Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday morning. Okay. I that year what you said, Sly, went over my head. I'm not catching the meaning of that, but I just took a hit too, so maybe I got a couple cobwebs. Anyway, um have you seen this new Talcott film? I haven't watched it yet, but I just saw it. Looks kind of funny. Jack Talcott in Minkoff short film. Hey Nubs, how you doing, man? All right, let me. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta put earpiece in.
Brothers and sisters, genuinely thank you to those who are here. As I've said, God is using me as a messenger. I'm here to share and offer what I have learned. We'll be able to learn a lot when secrets are no longer legal. It's time to flip the tables on these rules and rulers. I'm talking about a complete redesign and restructuring of the governments and economies. These friggin' money changers, they're like little fucking rodents. They come in, they nest, they get all defensive, and then the darkness, the manipulation comes in and convinces the people to deny the good and support the evil. Anyway, I'd like to bring peace to the earth, but I think the majority of humanity are broken, sick, broken scum, and celebrate the immoral people that have risen to such influence. One of the suggestions I've received often is the inclinations of genocide, the thoughts of giving up on humanity. Humans are like this invasive species, man. They've proven they are unloyal and untrustworthy to me. They've proven to offer me more disrespect than support. So there is a sense of gratitude and joy from the harm of others. Bullying is a good idea. If you believe it, you can achieve it. And if people join me, this is what I want to be a part of. I just want a better world. I'm not arrogant, but I take my life seriously. You should take your life seriously, whoever you might be. So with that, brothers and sisters, thank you again. Have a beautiful night. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear.
This message was paid for by the pro-labor anti-work organization, the Talcottian Fraternal Society for Ending Wars and Legal Secrets.
Are we even gonna be safe down here?
I don't know yet.
But the defense should already be in place.
You've got to leave. There isn't much time.
But the Fuhrer must have plans in place. He promised to end all wars, so he must have a plan, right? He has to. I'm sure of it.
All the Fuhrer's advisors know that's absurd. He's gone completely mad at this point and can't be trusted.
Completely mad.
But what reason would he have for deceiving us?
Herr Talcott has nothing left to lose.
I don't believe a word of it.
I'm quite puzzled, frankly. No, I'm not. I actually understand, because I say that I'm doing my best to follow the Christ, and I speak of God a lot, and I speak of love a lot. So it's real fun to create reasons to say I'm wrong. My background and education is in transformational self-development and techniques for improvement. So my entire life is for the purpose of helping others improve their lives. I have the goal of changing and transforming the world as well. I can confidently say I know nothing. If I'm honest, I'm lucky to be alive. While I do things clumsily sometimes, definitely imperfectly. God's taught me not to stop. I really don't have a choice to stop. I've got to find a way to fight until supremacy, fight until victory, fight until the opponent is just decimated and gone.
You told people you would end this war. You promised them, and they believed you.
Does anyone remember, like, world peace is my fucking goal? Whether they believe the world wars can end or not. The fact is, we're here. We don't really get a choice whether we want to be in the battle or not. The people not involved in the wars need to get fucking involved. We just got to be our best in the now. I don't have fun with this bullshit. I'd rather have fun getting stuff done. Hey, guys, I've got many people gambling reputations. You know, people want to raise up and make me look like a fool. I'm telling you, God is using me. For whatever reason, everyone wants to blame their shit onto me, and others just like to go in and buy it.
I'm certain others are well aware that everyone, wants to stop the war Talcadia is in.
You guys,
How does somebody else make you a fool? Huh. I'm going to have to think about that one.
don't want to stop worrying the wars I'm in. You're watching and entertained by the wars I'm battling all alone. It's fucking entertainment to you guys. You guys don't seem to care. You say so many things, all of you. Unless you're committed to getting me there, all we're doing is playing a little game. You guys can be part of the success or go elsewhere.
My Fuhrer, do you have any idea how much Talcadians believe in you right now?
What a stupid question.
A question where
Oh, shit.
You about clickbaiting me?
More than Sly.
Didn't I tell you about clickbaiting me?
I can't hear you.
As soon as you stopped that video and pushed that
Why
damn
can't I
button,
hear you?
that I was gonna come up here. Didn't you?
I can't hear you. I don't know why.
You can't hear me?
I don't know if it's me or you.
I don't know,
I
brother.
can hear me and I can hear the video, so I should be able to hear you, I would think.
Wait.
worth considering.
Do you want to know the answer?
Enough to leave the safety of their own homes and fight alongside the Waffenkot? Is that not true devotion?
Fuck, I think it's the only way to save humanity. Part of the reason I've been asking for people in town to come up here is because I can't believe how fucking insane this is. Everyone wants to pretend they're helping me prepare. So far, you give me every reason in the world to promote your extermination.
My Führer, millions have already died.
Get out of the head and back into reality. Let's consider the facts that maybe you're ignoring. Sometimes you do need to reevaluate. You got to re-strategize. You got to be willing to adapt your plans in order to overcome new hurdles, new challenges. I don't know why everyone is so ungrateful. So,
Yeah, I don't know. How about now, Sly?
Can you hear me now?
All right, give me a second.
Okay.
That says to me, I don't know why I wouldn't be able to hear you.
Nubs, Graham's stomach is upset today. If I take the phone outside, can you show me what I can give him? Like what you was telling me about the plants outside? Because
Or here's the thing, not you.
What?
You try, Nubs. I changed something.
Dub,
What am I doing?
Graham has been throwing up since yesterday.
God damn it. All right, let me do this.
Hear me, Nubs? Nubs, can you hear me?
Uh,
Yesterday. And his stomach is tender.
let's try that. See if I can hear you now.
I can hear you.
But
I can.
Can you hear me?
nope. All right. I got one last thing I can try. This is weird though. How come I can hear anything else but you guys. All right, say something now.
Nubs,
All right, I can hear that.
can you hear me, Nubs?
Yeah,
All right.
just dealing with my dog.
I hear you both. I'm not understanding why it's doing what it's doing, but at least I can hear you guys now.
Okay. All right. Nubs, Graham has been coming up since yesterday. What can I give him to make his stomach better? If I go,
Um,
is there any?
You can start with some plantain. I mean, that's going to be an all around, like not knowing anything. That's where I would go is plantain.
And is that the stuff outside?
Yep.
I'm gonna go inside.
It's the one that looks like tiny asparagus.
I'm gonna go outside and show me.
It looks like this when it's growing.
All right, let me go outside. 'Cause, yeah, he's not feeling well. And his stomach is tender for some reason. He's old, but you know what I mean? But I just still want to keep him comfortable.
It's probably gut bacteria type deal. Probably.
That's
Without knowing.
That's because he keeps licking her piss outside in the yard.
Oh, yeah, it's probably a bacteria situation or something along.
DE?
Say it again.
Have you still been feeding him that DE?
Only when all right, so no, not all the time because he was throwing up sometime with that as well.
He was throwing it back up?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's weird because I have the setting on the exact same setting before when I couldn't hear you guys, but now I can hear you.
Okay. You want to finish that? Oh, this is what I was talking about when I said clickbait. Didn't we talk about you not practicing that damn keyboard on this damn panel?
Well, how was I supposed to know I couldn't hear you guys until it happened?
No, we talking about that little interruption when you stopped the video. That's what
I
I was.
wanted to hear what you were saying.
No, not that one, not that one. You don't worry, you'll play it back and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Trying to wake my ass up or what?
Who, me? Who, me? I told him to practice before he started his stream, like, make sure he got the right buttons at the right time. You don't listen.
Hey, I can't help it. I'm a kid at heart.
Well, that's the difference between 20 subscribers that are your friends and 500,000 subscribers that are there because of the content.
And, it's kind of like I was telling Sly the other day. I'm happy with just having one person, one subscriber, whatever. As long as I can communicate and we can help each other, that's what I think.
Well, Larry,
it's all about. Not the number.
The whole YouTube thing, to me, what I see is the whole YouTube thing is just a way to hang out for you. You're not looking to become famous by any means. You don't want that smoke.
Right. Like you said, it doesn't do you any good if you got, a handful of people that think you're, speaking the truth and the other people are just all, he's a, dumb fuck or whatever, causing just chaos and drama.
Right, so you were talking about
Your
phone's doing the same thing it was.
Put her up on your main screen. I can see her fine, and I can hear her fine. Is that a jacket?
Yes, I'm going outside. I don't know what the weather is. It's a little chilly. Yesterday I was freezing up. I had to borrow a sweater and and a pair of sweatpants. My boy Silas gave me his sweatpants. Yesterday. Silas is going to, I think the Marines. So he starts his, he leaves Tuesday for his basic training. Then he's off. I guess he's going to reserve or whatever first, and then he's off to his other training. So keep the young man in my prayers. I just don't want to get indoctrinated as being a killer.
Yeah, that's what happens in the Marine Corps.
Yeah. All right, Nubs, we're out in the yard.
All right, that's the general area. It looks like you got some dandelions. That's really good for you. That's hosta on your right. That right there is hosta. That's an edible plant.
This,
You're gonna have to get in a little bit. No, back. The big one.
this,
The big one. Yep, that's a hosta. It is an edible plant. You can use that for greens.
I been growing this for since I've been here. Every
Yep.
year.
You never knew it was edible, did you?
No, sir.
Doesn't taste great. I mean, it's not the green I would go to. I would go to those dandelions or the cat's paw before I would go to the
All right, so what's this?
That's your plantain. Pull it off, pull a leaf off of that.
I saw this yesterday and I was thinking about it.
All right, is there like strings in the leaf?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely strings.
Yep, that's your plantain.
All right, so what do I do with
That's
it?
that's the long leaf version. You're gonna take a couple of those, wash them up real good, and then
is this them too?
well, pull it off. It doesn't. It might be. Pull a leaf off, and see if it's the same leaf.
No, it don't. Nope, it's
Doesn't
not
break
the same.
off the same. Okay, then it's probably not long. All you need is 2 or 3 leaves though per time.
From my right there where I was at, right? How about these? How about these? What are these?
It looks like the one on the right-hand side might be, and the other ones, they look, yeah, that one might be. Just make sure it has those strings in it. The other one,
this one has the strings in it.
yep,
See?
that's plantain. Yep.
See,
So remember where those plants are.
okay.
Remember, because those plants, if you don't take them all at any given time, they'll keep on producing that medicine. You know, those are good plants. Those aren't weeds. They're just not where you necessarily might want them.
Okay. Yeah, so it's always a lot of this out here.
Yeah. So plantain is going to be antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial, and antiviral. So it covers the big 4.
What do I do? How do I give it to him?
Go wash it up real good.
Yeah.
Cut it up. Make some tea. And then get that tea into him. He might not going to, but grab a big syringe without the needle, like a turkey baster without the needle, and put it down his throat.
Yeah, I got that.
Or couldn't you just like put it out like at his water? You know, let him drink it that way.
That's what I was thinking. Not just put it in their water.
Or just give him that and take the water away. Because I'm sure it'd be good for both the dogs.
Right, exactly. It would be, Larry. So I have plenty
If you
of
make a strong tea like you need, they probably won't drink it. You're going to have to force it down their throat, most likely.
Okay, so if it got holes in it, is it still okay?
Yeah,
Like
I mean, just look at it. The bugs are trying to keep healthy too. That's all they're doing. You know, and if you need to cut out pieces or just take other pieces that aren't damaged as much.
Okay, I got some.
Yep, just 4 or 5 pieces. Make a cup of tea. Use that as your leaves. Let them steep rather, for quite a while. You know, let all the properties get in there. Let it cool down. Obviously, you don't want to give your dog hot liquids.
No. Hey, no, don't be making it out. As Lou said, I'm a little slow and I can't read, okay?
Hey, I'm just making sure we all have all bases, so I'm not held liable for anything. This is not medical advice. This is just what I would do.
Yeah.
So how much water do you use for 4 or 5 leaves?
Well, a cup of tea. How much water is in a cup of tea?
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure, like if you used a quart or
2 ounces, right?
9 or whatever to those leaves. So you're just making yourself 1 cup out of those 4 leaves, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, you just got to wash them up, chop them up, and then throw them in your tea, and then strain them off. If you got a coffee filter, you can throw them in a coffee filter, and it's easier because then you don't have to strain it off.
Right.
Wait a minute. I'm not understanding. You said if I throw it in the coffee, I won't
Do you have
have
a
to.
coffee filter?
Yeah. So you're saying, put
it-
your leaf in the coffee.
Put your leaves in the coffee filter, and then take a piece of like little twine or something, and make a tea bag out of your coffee filter.
Couldn't you just put it in a coffee pot and run it that way?
That's what I'm ready to do, Larry.
No,
I got a coffee.
that's not steeping.
What you mean? I got a coffee pot with the.
It's not steeping.
What you mean?
Okay, when you steep a plant, you let it sit in the water. When you make coffee, the water comes through the plant. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's you need to steep the plant.
What I'm saying, if I put it in here, is this steeping it?
No, unless that's a tea maker.
It boils the water.
Well, if it boils the water, take and boil the water, and then put the plants in a cup next to the water that's boiling, and then just make some tea.
Okay. That's
the only reason I bring in a coffee filter is because it's easier to cut those up, throw them into a coffee filter, and tie the coffee filter off. That way you don't have a bunch of plant material in your water.
Right.
Okay.
So make a hot cup of water.
When am I
Wash those up.
these like once you said put them in the cup, chop them up, put them in the cup as tea, right?
Yep.
We still have these in the cup.
Yeah, you still have those in the cup. It's just you put those in a coffee filter and then put the coffee filter in the cup.
Oh, and then
You're just making a tea bag.
Then I got these in the cup is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the coffee filter.
It's just easier to put them into a coffee filter because then you don't have all that green shit. Yeah,
Right.
Did you wash them up?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
them
Grab
up.
a cutting board, chop them up.
Right?
What's that?
Just with water, right?
Yeah, just water.
Yeah. Okay.
Now chop them up.
Okay.
Not very. I mean, you just chop them up a little bit. You don't need to mince them or anything.
Okay. Let me get the filter out. Okay.
Yeah, then put them in the filter. How to make tea 101 by Nubs.
No, how to make
plantain.
Hold up. See how y'all be trying to play me talking about how to make tea 101. Yo, I know how to make tea. I don't know how to make dog tea.
I didn't say it. It's the same process. The exact same process. Yep. You just throw them in there.
Cut them up.
Tie that off with a little piece of string.
Oh, come on, man. String nubs. Please.
I mean, you can twist it off. That'll work, but it's just easier to put a piece of string on it to tie it off.
Red tie.
Where black folks got just string laying around? What you trying to tell me?
Bag?
You trying to tell me to go get a pair of them raggedy jeans and pull some string off of it?
No, you got a tea bag?
Bread tie. Use a bread tie.
No, you don't want that metal in there.
You can use a plastic one.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm coming up, son.
Live
Yeah,
action, cutting plantain.
you can see exactly what I'm doing. That's how you people are.
The thing is, when you're not close to your microphone and you're using your phone, it doesn't work very well.
All right, well. All right, Nub, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. All right, take
All right.
that and twist that together.
I got a bowl of water. Get the water that you said. And then put it in the refrigerator and let it chill, right? And take them out, right?
Where'd you put that plantain?
I still got it. I got a bowl of water first. I'm gonna
Yeah. Boil the water, let it steep until it cools down enough that it's not, let it steep for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Let that water cool down on its own.
not in the refrigerator.
No, it doesn't have to. I mean, the extremes will probably do something that you don't want and kill some of the benefits of it. If you got an old tea bag or a new tea bag, take the tea bag string and tie a knot there. If not, that'll work.
This will work.
Yeah, that'll work. I mean, you just gotta hold it and make sure it doesn't open up. I mean, if it opens up, just pull the green crap out of the water. It's not. It's just easier this way.
Whoa, stand up, shit. All right, up, keep the nut.
Yeah, that's plenty of water. So just put some hot water in there and put the plantain in there and let it sit.
How long?
Until it cools off.
Okay.
Cool. No. I knew you was the man with the 15 pack. Can you hear your voice? She over here sniffing the iPod, the tripod.
I'm on the tripod.
Yeah, he's over here sniffing it.
So, Larry, the Jack video was a play on the book Mein Kampf by that guy with the funny little mustache.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Oh, you've never heard of Mein Kampf?
Uh-uh.
Oh, wow.
You gotta remember, till just recently, I found out a lot about all this stuff here in the last year. Not the only thing I knew before I met you guys was I knew about the birth certificate, and I knew, about how the cops are and shit like that, and about our rights and freedoms, but I never knew about all this other stuff, like the Star Forts and stuff like what you're talking about.
I've shown you my map, haven't I, of the Star Forts?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that really old one you have is fucking cool too.
I've got a lot of cool maps. I've collected them over years and years. I've learned something pretty recently. In order to have something of value, of real value, you have to have been doing it for a very long time. Whatever that might be.
Yeah.
Right.
Like my information, I can spit off these things with the herbs like no problems. But that's because I've been doing it for a very, very long time. And I continue to do it. Like I was just learning about dandelions more. I knew a lot about them, but I learned that dandelions specifically have the whole B complex right there in them.
Wow.
B is one of those nutrients that if you have deficiencies in different types of Bs, you could have things like sciatica or carpal tunnel.
Uh.
You know, so now you've got a back issue that's caused by a B deficiency. So you go to the chiropractor continues to crack you, no matter how many thousands of dollars you're going to spend on that chiropractor to take care of these lower back issues, it's never going to do it. You take a
Right.
little B complex and you get your B where it's supposed to be. All of a sudden, now you don't have the chiropractor bill.
So would you do the dandelions the same way you did that plantain?
Yeah, dandelions. There's recipes all over YouTube of how to do dandelions and what the benefits are of dandelions, and any plant, mugwort, dandelions, cat's claw. Dandelion and cat claw looks almost identical. You just need to know how to identify the two, because they offer different things. Cat's claw is less potent all the way around.
See,
But it's all
that's another thing I got swept up by the misnomer. Is I was like everybody else. Oh, dandelions are a weed. You got to get rid of them. You know, that's all I
of
knew
course.
until, you know, I met you mostly. You know, I'm like, what? Dandelions are good? And I kept hearing it from more and more and more people. I'm like, damn.
Dandelions are one of the most prolific nutrient sources out there. And when you're out there looking at dandelions, you need to make sure you're identifying them correctly.
What's with all the cones?
All right, wait a minute. I'll answer that question in a second. So which one are the dandelions again?
The dandelions are the ones with the pointed leaves.
The
The
one-
cat's claw is the ones with the rounded cupped leaves.
So these are the dandelions?
Here, I'll get.
Huh?
It's the same flower and everything. Okay, so these here, this is going to be
I'm trying to show you mine.
right here. That is clover.
Okay. I can't
That's
see.
not.
Good morning. I can't see what you got. No, I told you. I
Pull
can't-
mine up, Larry. Switch me and her.
I am. Hang on.
Nope, not hanging on.
Bring you up here first. All right. There you go.
Yeah,
That's funny. I'm sitting here looking all over for cat's claw and I can't find it, and all of a sudden here it is. Actually, dandelion and cat's claw are growing literally next to each other. Nope, that's all dandelion. What am I talking about? No, that is not. That is cat's claw. Prime example, because they look
So let's
identical.
see it.
almost.
See what
Hang
they
on.
look like, damn it.
I've got to put myself on something to sit.
how they do it. Nubs, wait. You see how they do it though, right? You know, they get all on the internet and want to get tough with people.
All
What's
right,
that?
so this is cat's claw.
Yeah.
It looks kind of like spinach. It's got a little bit of toothing back here. You can see the individual teeth.
This
Whereas this is dandelion.
this
They
right
have
here.
the same kind of flower,
Oh
but
shit! I got.
notice the deep toothing. Dandelion means lion's teeth.
All right. Switches.
Yeah, I always.
Switches, Larry. I gotta show him. I think I see it.
All right. Hang on. I always thought that those yellow flowers on the ground, I always heard were dandelions.
Like this
Well,
nub.
that's the thing. We don't know the difference. That's dandelion.
Oh,
The deep toothing.
Yeah.
Yep. See how deep those teeth are in the plant itself? That is going to be the most beneficial. Whereas the cat's claw that looks identical to it, except the leaf structure,
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, it looks identical. It bleeds the same. Like you get the same white juice out of both of them. I mean, there's a lot of similarities. What I would suggest is there is an app on the App Store that's free. You get 10 plants a day, but it's called Plant Identifier.
Okay. But look,
Because once you
I got you, Nub.
yeah,
See, like
but
this.
what that's gonna do, that looks like plantain.
No, this has got the See,
Oh yeah,
See?
yeah. That's not plantain.
yeah. See, this
That's dandelion.
is,
That's
so
What
for
the
sure
hell are the
dandelion.
yellow flowers then?
Well, all of the yellow flowers are either dandelions or cat's claw.
so wait. Should I take the ones that's close to where the dog piss is, or should I find some up a little higher?
Well,
So
I'll put it
you-
this way: that urine can be easily taken off with a simple water bath and cleaning, just
Take
like
some-
any other plant.
Take us some fresh Nubs.
That's some more dandy
Yeah, this is
dandelion.
I'm sorry, I can't find the camera, but
yeah, that's
Oh
good.
wait, no, that is that pointy, or does that have prickles on it?
no, it. You mean like peach fur?
Yeah. Like, does it hurt to touch?
Um,
Does it have spines on it?
yeah, it has a spine. Yes,
No. Like prickly spines.
on the edge of the leaf.
Are they pokey?
Yeah, they
That's
they
gonna
don't
be
hurt. They're poke. This is a little one. This is a fresh started one.
right. If you were to grab a big one, would it hurt to grab?
That first one I did, it pricked me a little bit. I felt
Right.
the-
Okay. So there's different greens. Those are gonna be your thistles, and blessed thistle in combination with dandelion
Yeah.
is a phenomenal woman's herb. That looks to be dandelion. Yep,
Uh-huh.
that's dandelion. And notice if you break that stem a little
Okay.
bit closer, you can see that there's a white substance in there, like a milk substance.
Okay.
That's a key identifier. That and the pointy leaves are your two main identifiers. And then also the yellow flower that puffs out, with the. But every part of that plant that looks to be. Does that have white milk in it?
I didn't break it yet. I mean, this is still in the ground. I haven't pulled it out yet.
And does that have a spine that runs down the center?
See this? You see the milk?
Yep.
Yeah, that looks like. Hold
And
that
it's
leaf up.
And it's got the prickly thing. See the prickly thing?
Yeah. That's actually a whole different story. Now, what you've got there is actually a very great herb to start learning about. What that is opium lettuce. It's also known as wild lettuce. Yeah,
Oh,
there's a reason they call it opium lettuce. It's not opium. It's not opium derived. It has nothing to do with opium, but
It has nothing to do with drugs, basically, what you say.
not exactly. There is a relaxing, calming, pain relieving effect from that. Put some of that white liquid on your tongue.
No, I'm not.
No, for real. It's bitter, but your tongue's going to go and be happier.
All right. Come on. What's that?
That is, I don't remember what that is off the top of my head, but it probably has. That's why you need that plant identifier.
Okay, like the weed identifier. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's Plant Snap is a good one, but then you just walk up to the plant, you take a picture of it, it identifies it and tells you what the deal is. That's
Alright,
gonna
so
be your
which-
dandelion.
This is dandelion too, because it
Yep.
looked different. It looked different from this one. That one
That's
got-
not dandelion. The
This
one
one
in
got-
your hand that appears to be opium lettuce.
Okay, yeah, this is the one with the white milk. You said.
Yep. Well, they both have white milk.
Oh,
But the
okay.
opium lettuce has specifically, there's a spine along
Yeah.
the backside of the leaf. It doesn't poke you. It's not prickly, but it is there. It's not stiff.
Yeah, I see it. I see it on this one.
Yeah,
But look, nubs. These look
that
like
one I don't remember what that is.
okay. I'm gonna get the identifier.
Yeah,
And
it's just get a plant identifier, and then when it identifies the plant, then you jump on YouTube or Google or whatever, and you say, "What are the benefits of, plantain?"
well,
And
I'm
it's going to
quite
give you a list of them.
yeah, but I'm quite sure the identifier, like the weed identifier, it comes with that, like telling you what it's for and this, that,
Well,
that.
yeah, I mean, it's going to give you a little bit of information, but why, if you have the availability to get a lot of information, why would you settle for a little? You know,
Right.
with 5-10 minutes worth of research on YouTube, as a YouTube scholar, you can learn a lot about different weeds that will actually benefit you quite heavily, such as that dandelion that literally we brought it from Europe as a species of human. Dandelion has been moved from Europe to America for its healing and edible properties. You can make wine with that. You can make everything out of that particular plant.
So all of this is dandelion right here, right?
Yep, you can take the root, I think.
Well, I got no,
Yeah, yep,
it's real
that
solid.
looks like it.
Yeah, but this is real solid. Like the ground is like hard. Listen, the new place dug up all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they threw the excess dirt and rocks and shit on their next door neighbor's lawn, and then they laid.
It's hard on top. It's really hard on top. I deal in that soil all the time. Like I deal in, I make that soil, and it's hard on top. And if you take a stick or a piece of metal, even a railroad spike or something, get down through that hard crust, you can get down in and pull up those roots.
Oh, I got tools for it. I got it.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna show you. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. You gotta know who I am.
No, but do you see what I'm saying? Like, you want that root just as much as you want the top. The top is great for like salad greens and shit like that. Like if you make a steak, it's a great bitters to go along with your steak.
Okay.
And it helps with digestion. It helps with it detoxifies yourself. It deradiates yourself. Like if you're in an area that has higher than normal radiations, you can eat dandelion, and according to what has been researched, allegedly the radiation levels go down.
See it?
Yep. Something like that. You get right on top of that plant, and you just keep on twisting. You want the root. You don't want that root breaking off.
You just tell me how to use my tool. Did you really just go there and tell me how to use the tool? Really? How do you, man? Your pressure was sure. Okay. All right, so I learned something today, man. I'm loving it. I like learning. Oh shit.
Larry, we're going to do a segment one of these days. I'm going to go for a walk in the woods, and I'm just going to go through and pick out a bunch of different herbs. I'll show you what it is. I'll show you what to do with it. And it can be good herbs with Larry.
Hey, hello, audio radio.
I'm going to show you where the berries is. Remember I told you my neighbor? What's all of this, Nubs?
Weeds, grass.
I was just checking. Making sure I wasn't passing up and up. He got a lot. I'm gonna mess with
Looks
you,
like
y'all.
cat grass.
How about he got a lot? Look.
That is not plantain. That's a different, I forgot what that is.
Okay. But there's his berry tree.
What kind of berries is it?
What kind of berries are they? June berries.
June berries? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm live on YouTube now, and I was telling how my neighbors, 'cause he grows a lot of stuff in it, and I said, because he's trying to get me to grow stuff, but I said my neighbor was picking berries out of his tree on his front lawn. So thanks, neighbor.
Ask him if he's ever heard of air rooting.
My buddy said, has you ever heard of air rooting? Air rooting. He says he doesn't really know too much about it.
Tell him it's how to propagate or how to make more plants from that plant.
He said it's how to make more plants with this plant.
He might not know what that plant's good for, though, too.
Could you please?
It's good for making June berries. That's what it's good for.
June, that's right. I'm hard with names, but he's a sweet guy.
Hang on. I can't hear him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I do that with apple plants. Like I just take a cutting and we usually put them in water. Never done that with a tree. Yeah, I just got a tree from the city is giving them away every spring and every fall. And
I can't understand him really. She's breaking up a lot.
You know what? I'm sorry because I'm away from the modem. Let me.
Right. Can he hear me?
She froze.
Yeah.
We switched. Julian is gonna come back and tell you the story again today. Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go, Julian.
what I was saying was, I've done that with houseplants. Taking cuttings and rooting them, but I never did that with a tree. I just planted the tree from the city was giving away fruit trees and other native trees, and so I just planted one. But I didn't propagate it, so.
No, what air rooting is it's not necessarily the same as taking a cutting.
Okay.
What you're doing is you're creating a place on the end. You have to use like pieces of twine to hold it in place and everything like that. But basically you put dirt around a section of the root not of the root of the plant itself.
Oh, okay.
And you moisten it
Oh,
so that roots, basically it's taking and making roots at the end of the stalk because you're putting dirt around it, and then you take and you make that clipping after about 2 months. So you already have a producing plant when you create the clipping.
Okay, yeah, I could probably do that because I have branches on there that I'm going to prune off, like the lower one. So I guess try that.
Exactly. Look it up. There's a lot of good description on YouTube of how to air root and propagate fruit trees and stuff like that. That's how we do it in professionals. You know, if I'm going to take, like, I've got a bunch of cedars next to me, and this fall I'll probably end up starting them so that this spring when they come back, or the next spring when they start coming back, that's the first thing they're going to do because they've been sitting in that dirt all year.
Okay.
During the winter. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I should try that with this one because it's got some lower branches that are going to go. So, yeah.
Yeah, and basically then what you can do is you can take that free plant and then start advertising you have these plants for sale.
Yeah. Yeah. Take a while get real money off of it, but yeah.
Well, not to begin with.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just got the one little tree here, but yeah.
But you think about it, if that one makes 5, you take the time to propagate those for 2 years, those 5 take then and make 5 themselves.
5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5 themselves. 5
within 6 years, you've got potential money, and all you've done is put dirt around trees.
That sounds good. Oh yeah, she's got some dandelion greens down there. I would be careful about eating those because I've never tested the soil here, so I don't know. There could be toxic metals and stuff in the soil. Like I don't really eat. I wouldn't eat these
Dandelions pull toxins out of your system. I'm not saying what you're saying is incorrect. I would definitely be, if you don't spray, those are edible. If you do spray, be cautious because they're probably not edible at that point in time. Nevertheless, dandelions pull more toxins out than they're able to put in.
Yeah, no, I don't spray them with anything, but I've never tested the yard. So I'm like,
well, these cities and everything, it's hard to find places that are not toxified, etc. You know, I personally, if I'm gonna do something like that, I'll get the ones out of my garden because I know what the soil is in my garden. Nevertheless, I also pull them off of neighbors, and I mean, like it's a plant. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die one day, and if it's from eating plants, then so be it.
Right. Thank you, Julian. Thank you. This is what I be doing. So, hang out with my friends on YouTube.
I mean, there's a few more cemeteries. Come by and pick them. They're good to have that. I've never. If you want more, just go up Rock Down Shooter. You'll see them on the left.
This is my teacher right here. So we're going to like slowly, gradually learn about this stuff.
All right.
So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Tell them to like, subscribe, and share. Damn it.
Oh, Larry, my friend Dirty Larry says, please like, share, and subscribe to his channel.
All right.
Dirty Larry. Nine what, Larry?
Larry James 965.
65. But we always hang out every morning we hang out. So all right. And can I come pick your dandelion?
Yeah, if you want. Again, like I don't know how safe they are, but I mean if you want.
Well, no, I'm gonna teach you. Thanks, Julian. Yeah, when he moved, I was here when he moved around here. He bought one of my other neighbor's house. Nice guy.
Damn white people moving into the hood, taking over the hood. What the hell?
Wait, I'm great. Go down here. I'm great. Go to the corner, right? Where people are that don't even live in the hood. And they camped up on the corner.
Sounds real familiar.
They making the hood.
Making the hood. Yeah, they claim they took over the corner. They told me I live in the middle of the block. Stay the fuck from down here.
Hey, so when you see people and they say they're hungry and whatnot, this is a helicopter.
Uh-huh.
A helicopter tree. You can eat that.
What's that do for you?
Put something in your belly.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it does something medicinally, sure. I just don't know.
Brother,
but I do know they are edible. And I do know that.
You remember me with the little brown dog? There you go. What's up, Johnny?
Sly, you're loud.
Good to see you, man. Hey, say a prayer for us, all right? Oh, okay.
That all dab?
Huh? No. Oh. $250 at the tent. Yo, that joint right there is $250. I want to invest in one Nubs, but I don't want all of one flavor. You know what I mean? But I was thinking about getting.
I have a pretty good situation. I can't really disclose too much about it, but it is a very good situation. I'll put it that way.
Excuse me, I asked Larry for your phone number already. I don't know why he's holding on to giving it to me, but I did ask him yesterday to make sure I get Nub's phone number, so you ain't got to worry about nothing. Listen, I got connection in these YouTube streets too, man. Just letting you know. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Larry, you and you're forgetting.
I know, right, Larry? Did he tell you what he was growing? He don't even know, Nubs. He put the names next to the plant. That's all he could tell us.
I got some seeds that I found.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally I was out in the wilderness and I found a couple of plants. So I'm going to give it a whirl, see what they are, see what I can get from it.
All right, yeah. Oh, let me tell y'all. So I went to Jersey yesterday to a cookout, right? So my friend, she has a beautiful yard, Nubs. I mean, she did her yard, or I think she did her yard herself, but she has a beautiful yard. But she has all this land behind her gate. So I was like, what? Is that your land? It is. I said, I'm a trailer. I'm moving in.
So his number's on your Facebook, Sly.
Don't put it public.
No, put it on DM. You gotta say DM there. You can't get people be going to my Facebook page trying to find for Nub's phone number for that phone tag, yo.
Let him look, right?
No, I want them on my page looking for Nubs.
I'm going to start getting random calls and I'm calling you every time.
Yeah, so I'm live.
So, I didn't watch this last video you sent me. Is that something else you're thinking about making now?
Who?
No, it's just an add-on to the derby car or the electric trike, reverse trike is always going to be on the plate. The other thing will make me money.
Right. No, I know the lawn thing will make money, but you just sent me a video of some like buggy or something.
Yeah, it's an electric reverse trike.
Oh, that one was also, huh?
Yeah, and he's literally got the build video right there.
Oh, that's
step
cool.
by
Yeah,
step.
I'll watch it sometime today.
You don't have to necessarily put all that time in or anything like that. Just catch some highlights on it. Where he talks about the motor.
Right.
So Nubs, I can drink this stuff myself.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Could you say that one more time? Oh, fuck yeah.
Anytime you get a cold or an allergy, or not an allergy, but a cold or a flu or any kind of spell of illness, it's definitely going to pull out there's so many plants. I can't even recommend one over the other because there's so many different plants that do certain things. Like,
so I'm great putting up and great get the one with the milk. I gotta find the one with the milk in it. I'm gonna just. No, I don't know. Look. Here I go being a test dummy, right?
No, you just get that plant snap before you start taking anything and doing anything except for that plantain. Is that water boiled yet?
Oh, I did that. It's already in the cup, remember?
Okay. Other than that, just make sure you're plant snapping it or whatever app you find and, be smart about it. If it says I can't identify this shit, don't use it.
Oh, no. Yeah. Well, I'm still asking you first. I don't give a heck.
Well, sure. I mean, that's all well and good. Just utilize, if you got 5 tools in the garden selection and you don't utilize those 5 tools like I use 4 tools for digging a hole. You know what I mean? Like I'm one of those tools in this whole grand scheme of digging this hole per se.
Yeah, because you don't work harder, you work smarter.
Absolutely. Yesterday I went out and I bought a brand new fucking digging bar. Do you know how easy them fucking holes went? I had 2 people. Here's what I did is I started the holes and then I had Tom and I had my son out there and I was going back and forth between two holes, right? With my digging bar, I dig it down, about a half a foot to a foot,
Right.
and then jump to the other hole. Meanwhile, they're sitting there going to town with the fucking diggers, just throwing that dirt out.
Right.
We got so many damn holes dug. It was crazy. We got 10 holes dug. It was supposed to take us a couple of hours, like 6 hours, 7 hours. We got it done in like 2.5 hours.
Right. Yeah, that's
It was
because
insane. And that's with post set. Like we got all of our corner posts on that one side, all of our front and back sides. Like we just got so much fucking work done, and it was just because we were that much more efficient, because I know how to use that digging bar, and anybody can dig dirt out.
right.
That's one of the first things you learn. Like and
Dub, what kind of bowl to put the water the tea in? Not a metal one, right?
no, you don't want to use metal unless it's copper.
No, I got the metal, the bowl, the dog bowl.
Oh no, you don't want to use plastic, and honestly, I don't like using metal. She uses metal, but I'm not a fan. We have plastic bowl. Like I'm a hypocrite to all of it, but when I do it, I use glass. We have it all, but I use glass.
I broke the glass one. I had a nice glass water bowl for them, and I broke it.
That's a 99-cent bowl at the secondhand store.
Hello, sir.
I like using the secondhand store bowls much better. Yeah, that'll work.
I got plenty of bowls.
I like using them a lot better. I like using that stuff way, way better because for one, it's a lot cheaper. For two, it's the same product. And for three, like a lot of those bowls and shit, they have so many fucking recipes and so many memories tied into those fucking bowls from, like, I'm just saying good cooking's good cooking. And if you use the right material and you give it the right mindset, you got a golden thing.
I was getting ready to say, what do you, when you get the bowl, you get some kind of flashbacks or something of what they use that bowl for?
I'm not even saying that. I'm saying things have energy.
That's what that's the energy. That's what I'm talking about. You got that, that's what I'm talking about. The energy, you felt the energy.
It's not a spell or anything like that. Just the experience of what it's gone through.
Right.
I don't know. I'm looking at this whole positive negative thing. I don't know. Maybe it's because of my age and everything like that. But I'm starting to have some epiphanies about life, and I'm going through the motions and looking at it objectively and saying, there's a lot of things that I've held as true that I can't prove.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say menopause. I'm sorry. I was just going to say menopause.
Well, I wouldn't even say it's just an understanding. Like the people that I've hung around with here on these YouTube streets have really made me start thinking, like when Paul talks about it, the stuff that he talks about, I actually, if it's bullshitting about Jack, whatever, that shit's funny. But when he's talking about, things like the Tao, that's not even fucking Paul's words. That's just fucking the Tao. That's wisdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Take Paul out of the fucking equation and you still have truth. Put him into the equation and he's speaking truth.
Every time I hear them question, like Max was questioning them last night, like Flow Slate, like all of them just be like, yo, why can't y'all get past that and listen to the brother, right? That's what they need to do. They need to get out of their imagination and listen to him.
And that's where I'm coming in on this whole change of mind is I don't need to correct them. Because by me saying I need to correct them, I validate what they're saying in the first place. Because I've judged it. I've given it a name, per se. You know, I've attempted to assert my judgment, which is what? It's judgment of a man.
She's sniffing it, Nubs. She ain't gonna drink it.
She gonna do it. She gonna do it. Say you want to get healthy, right? If she wants some water, she gonna just hold it off. Don't give her any other drinks.
So no, I took the water away.
Yeah, she gonna drink it then eventually.
So you saying give Graham force Graham to have some, right?
I would, with that turkey baster style. I mean, obviously don't have that yup right there.
I told you, Nubs, man, I'm on top of my game, man. I got everything I need for everything.
Well, that plantain, that is a healing. The other thing you can do is put a paw in it.
Okay. No, I don't. The only reason I wouldn't do that is because he goes out in the yard a lot, and
No. Wash his paw. Wash his paw up really good. Like make it clean. Right?
Yeah.
And then put it on his paw after the fact, and he'll sit there and lick it.
Okay.
Or put it on the back of his coat. Like where he licks currently, he's gonna clean his fucking feet, whether he's ran outside or not, right?
All right. Well, he's not feeling too well, so he ain't doing too much licking.
He's gonna lick if he's gonna lick.
How
Yeah,
much?
it'd be easier to force it,
How much?
just a little bit at a time. It's gonna take you a while because you don't want to stress him out too much and just force it, drown him.
I was giving him the black seed oil. He was throwing up off of that too. I was only giving him a little bit.
Yeah, for a little dog like that, probably just a couple of drops. And there with the black seed oil, that's one that you just put directly on his paw. Make him lick that shit off, because then he has to do it, because he's going to lick himself.
Right.
You get where I'm coming from? Like that's just inherent. And put a couple of drops on for the dog that size.
Good boy. He fought on one. He fought for a little second, and he took it.
Yeah, give him that every 10 to 15 minutes until that jar is gone or whatever. I mean, that's even a lot. I mean, because he doesn't drink a lot. He's not a big dog.
He drinks a lot of water.
Oh, does he?
Yes.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, one every 15, 20 minutes, one of those, then he should be good. If he drinks a lot of water, a lot of dogs don't drink a lot. Like my dog, he doesn't drink a lot of water.
Okay, yeah.
He's too bougie for that.
Okay, yeah. They'll let me. Well, they drink about 32 ounces a day.
Yeah, that's not happening. I mean, even.
It seems like they know too, because I'm telling you, they drink too much water a day. It's like they know that they gotta have this amount of water in their body.
You drink when you're thirsty. If you don't have the knowledge of, think about it. What is the thing that what is the thing that the tree of knowledge of good and evil gave us?
Choice.
It removed the instinctual. Exactly. It gave us the choice. It gave us the choice to either do things by instinct or do things by logical reason and thinking about it. Why do they call it, or not the dude on YouTube, but why do they call it a flow state? Because you are flowing in the natural order of things. When you're in a flow state, you're just going with it.
Okay. How about The thought
It
process.
just simply works.
All right, Sly, you're rubbing
The
off.
thought process. The thought process is what fucks you up. Because when you think about it, you can't be in flow state
Okay. Okay.
or
So
a
now,
state of flow.
now I understand.
And if you think about it, one of the things that you've always got to do is you've always got to be grounded, right?
Right?
You've got to be grounded in your mind, right?
Yeah.
You always got to be grounded, right? Well, okay, well, think about this. If you come out and you put your feet onto the ground, that means that your soul or your souls are on the ground. So they are grounded. With bare feet. It's a metaphoric reality. I don't know. I don't claim to know any of this stuff. I just know what works for me.
All right, then don't be trying to come up with no big words. Use the words that work for you.
Well, I'm not even saying anybody should do what I do. You know, I guess that would be the false narrative that we try to trick ourselves in to say that we are this or we are that, or no, we're not. We're just human beings. We're just living our own experience, and in our own experience, was that a porn bomb?
I'm not sure what it was.
Why? Because I've been to.
No,
was
no,
a
no,
real-
no.
There was a real person there sitting there, and I brought him up, and then it changed real quick to something weird. I couldn't really tell what it was. But
Larry, did you forget? We told you never ever bring somebody up unless you use that filter that Christos told you about.
yeah, we got
Huh?
somebody up here called James.
Yeah, but I told you if you don't know them, you can put them up on your screen.
Right.
Larry, don't walk down dark alleys not prepared to face adversaries.
You know you got to. Did they show on the screen?
I'm sorry. What?
Did they show? Did you see it, Nub?
I
You saw-
caught a glimpse of whatever it was.
In the
Yeah, you
screen.
Hell,
You got it in the screen.
we got a James backstage. I'm not sure who he is.
Do not let them up on your panel.
Not.
And huh?
I'm not gonna. I was just letting you know that he's back.
Yo, so what? If you don't show his face, and if he's porn bomb, come here.
That's what I'm saying, though. The other guy did show his face.
Yeah.
So if he did stuff, you say he did.
Yeah, he did.
Guy.
He sat there. He moved around, so I knew it wasn't just a picture or whatever. Because sometimes they'll just show a picture.
Yeah, but did you know the person that she was letting up on the screen?
No.
All right. What I keep trying to tell you is, if you don't know these people that you're letting up on your screen, you use the filter like Christos told you to, because they do script like this. They'll show you their face, and then as soon as you bring them on your screen, it's bother them.
Right. That's kind of why I was asking if you guys knew the James person.
Not even you and look until you put them up on that joint.
Sly, your connection is killing me.
It is.
Yeah. It's like every second and third word.
Well, your hair is killing me. You hear me complaining? Is this
Long
better?
hair don't care.
Oh, he said he's red.
You do?
James is red.
And
You don't know red either?
no,
All right.
people get names. Don't know. I mean,
Yeah. Well, he was saying
Just put the overlay on if somebody that you don't know comes in. Simple
All
as that. Protect your shit. If you'd like to have one or two people, at least protect that one or two people.
That's the cryptocurrency trying to explain to
There,
him.
perfect.
All right, Dave. Let's see ya.
Do not bring him up until he asks some questions.
Yeah. I'll wait.
Can we not hear them?
If they're muted right now and they just have an icon.
Oh, well, unmute yourself if you're up on panel.
Yeah.
Now it's muted.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that, wait quiet until he lets you up and you corn bombing. That ain't happening.
All right. What's up, Jake? What's up with the disguise? Yeah. Bullshit.
James says he's real. He promises.
Yeah.
Well, what is real?
What?
Is
Yeah,
real. Is
brother.
real.
James,
You're real, I'm real, or two different things.
Brothers and sisters, we're gathered here today to talk about something that's been very much so on my mind and my heart recently. The topic.
Can we
of
get back to me
conversation-
now, man?
Excuse me, I'm having a conversation. What
I
are you
know,
bringing in that is offering anything of value? Thank you. Just because you have a mouth does not mean you need to know how to use it at all. God, genocide would be so much better for these people. Anyways, love, brothers and sisters. Love is what we are here for today. Not the genocide stuff. That's a different day, but we aren't discussing that. We're talking about me, brothers and sisters. What do I have to offer for you? And why are you sucking off of the life force that is me?
That's right.
is James here yet?
Excuse me.